The room was cold, too cold for any human. White light came from the ceiling, sharp and painful for the eyes. Strange metal walls surrounded the place. The air smelled of chemicals, sharp and bitter, like something that did not belong to Earth. Young man lay on a steel bed. His head hurt. His arms were tied down with glowing bands, not ropes, not chains, but something made from alien light. He tried to move, but the bands tightened. His heart raced, his breathing was fast. He remembered nothing except that last night he was walking home under the city lights. After that, darkness. Now he was here. In the corner of the room, a tall figure moved. It was not human. Its skin was silver, smooth like glass, but with cracks that shone faint blue light. Large eyes, black and endless, studied the human as if he was not a person but an experiment. The creature wore no clothes, only strange belts of technology around its waist. Its long fingers held a glowing syringe filled with green liquid. The alien's voice was deep, vibrating in the air. It did not move its lips. Instead, the words entered the human's mind. "You were not meant to wake up yet." The man's voice shook. "Where am I? What do you want from me?" The alien leaned closer, its dark eyes reflecting fear, not anger. "You were chosen for a test, a formula, but the formula was not ready. I made a mistake." The words hit like a hammer. "A mistake?" Before the man could ask, the alien pushed the syringe into his arm. The liquid burned as it entered his blood. The human screamed, the sound echoing in the metal room. His body shook. His skin glowed faintly as if veins of fire spread inside him. The alien stepped back quickly, panic in its voice. No, this is wrong. This is unstable." The man gasped for air, his body trembling. He felt strong and weak at the same time. His eyes saw strange shapes on the ceiling, symbols he had never seen before, but somehow he understood them. They whispered secrets, maps of stars, names of places beyond Earth. What is happening to me?" he cried. The alien's long fingers tapped a glowing screen. The formula was made to store a weapon. A living weapon. It was not supposed to go inside a human. Your body will either destroy it or accept it. If you accept it, then you will not be human anymore. The man's chest burned. His heartbeat was like thunder. His eyes glowed faintly, golden light shining where his pupils should be. The alien whispered to itself, "I must fix this, before the others find out." The words made no sense, yet they made everything worse. Others? Who? Were the others? The human pulled hard against the glowing bands, and to his shock, one of them cracked. The light broke like glass. He pulled harder, and the second band shattered. His arms were free. The alien turned quickly. "Stop! You cannot leave. If you leave, the secret leaves with you. The universe is not safe." But fear gave the man power. He ripped the last band and jumped from the bed. His legs felt strange. Too strong, too fast. He moved quicker than he ever had in his life. He pushed the alien aside and ran to the door. The door was not a door. It was a wall that glowed, smooth like water. But when he touched it, his hand sank inside as if the wall knew him. The formula inside his body pulsed and the wall opened. Behind him, the alien shouted, "No! You don't understand. If it grows, you will be the end of everything." The man ran. The hallway stretched endlessly, full of alien machines and glowing pipes. The ground shook with each step, as if the building itself was alive. His body was hot, burning, but also powerful. He could hear things, machines talking, doors breathing, even the alien's thoughts chasing after him. "You are carrying it now," the alien's voice echoed in his mind. "The weapon is inside you. The secret is inside you. If it escapes, it will destroy worlds." The man stopped, his hands shaking. His skin was glowing with lines of light like circuits under his flesh. He whispered to himself, "What have you done to me?" But there was no time for answers. From the far end of the hallway, alarms blared. Red lights flashed. More aliens appeared, their tall bodies moving fast, their black eyes fixed on him. They carried weapons that hummed with deadly energy. He turned and ran again, faster than ever, his legs carrying him like lightning. His body moved beyond human limits. The walls bent and melted when he brushed against them. His hands left glowing marks on the metal. Behind him, the alien scientist shouted one last warning. You don't know it yet, but your body holds a dangerous secret, and soon, everyone will come for you. The words followed him into the keyam, darkness, and with every step, the truth grew heavier inside him. He was no longer just human. He was something more. Something dangerous. The night was silent, yet his heart would not slow down. After escaping the alien lab, the young man found himself standing in the middle of a dark forest. The sky above was strange. Stars he had never seen before, brighter and sharper than the ones over Earth. He didn't know if he was still on his planet or somewhere far away. His hands glowed faintly under the moonlight. Lines of golden fire traced his veins, moving like living streams of energy. He touched his arm, expecting heat, but it was cold, too cold, as if ice burned inside him. He whispered to himself, "This isn't real. This can't be real." But every breath reminded him it was. His lungs pulled in more air than before. His ears caught sounds far away, the flap of bat wings, the drip of water, even the heartbeats of small animals hiding in the bushes. Could hear too much. He could see too much. The forest was alive in ways he had never known. Then came the pain. It started in his chest, like a knife twisting slowly. He fell to his knees, gripping the dirt. The glow in his veins pulsed faster, spreading to his neck and face. His vision blurred, replaced with flashes. Alien cities, starships flying, wars fought under black suns. None of it was his memory, yet all of it burned in his head. He screamed, but the sound was not human. It was louder, deeper, shaking the trees around him. Birds exploded from the branches, fleeing into the night. When the pain stopped, he lay on the ground, gasping. His hands were shaking. The forest was silent again. A branch cracked behind him. He turned sharply. His eyes, now glowing faint gold, cut through the darkness. A figure stood between the trees. It was not the alien scientist, it was something else. Smaller, darker, wearing strange armor that blended with the shadows. The figure raised a weapon, long and sharp, humming with energy. The man's voice trembled. "Who are you?" The figure answered with a metallic hiss. The mistake must be erased. Without warning, it charged. The man stumbled back, fear rushing through his veins. But then something inside him reacted. His body moved faster than his mind. His arm shot forward, glowing light bursting from his palm. The blast hit the attacker like thunder, throwing it against a tree. The trunk snapped in half with a loud crack. The man froze, staring at his own hand. The glow faded slowly, leaving smoke in the air. "What did I just do?" he whispered. The armored figure struggled to rise, broken but alive. Its helmet cracked, revealing dark gray skin and narrow eyes that burned with hatred. It hissed again, "You carry the weapon, you are the weapon." Before the man could respond, the creature vanished in a flash of light, disappearing into the shadows of the forest. He stood alone, breathing hard. The words echoed in his mind. "You are the weapon." His legs felt weak. He sat down on a rock, holding his head. The alien scientist's warning came back to him. "If it grows, you will be the end of everything." The problem was he could already feel it growing. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. He couldn't tell. His body no longer obeyed the clock. Every second, something changed. His strength grew. His hearing stretched farther. But so did the hunger. It wasn't hunger for food. It was something else. Something darker, whispering in his bones. Use the power. The voice wasn't his. It came from inside, like another presence had been born within him. He shook his head, pressing his palms against his ears, trying to block it out. But the whisper only grew stronger. Suddenly, the ground shook. The sky above flickered with strange lights, like fire tearing open the night. A ship descended, larger than any building he had ever seen. Its shadow swallowed the forest. The sound was deafening, like thunder mixed with screams. The man's body reacted on its own. His glowing veins flared bright. His muscles tensed. His vision zoomed, focusing on the ship's open bay door. Dozens of alien soldiers stepped out. Their weapons shining, their eyes searching. He knew instantly they were looking for him. He stood up, heart pounding. Fear told him to run. But his new body did not want to run, it wanted to fight. Energy built in his chest, burning to be released. No, I'm not a weapon, he whispered to himself. But the power inside him pulsed harder, disagreeing. The soldiers spread through the forest. Their leader spoke in a language he didn't know, yet somehow he understood. Find the human. Bring him alive. Alive. They needed him alive. That was worse. The man backed away slowly, hiding behind trees, his mind racing. His old life, his job, his friends, his family, all of it was gone. Now he was prey. And the hunters were not from this world. He clenched his glowing fists. His voice was low, trembling but firm. I don't know what you put inside me, but I won't let you take me. And with that, he ran again, faster than before. His body moved like lightning, blurring through the forest. The soldiers fired beams of energy, but he dodged them with inhuman speed. Trees exploded, dirt flew into the air, yet he escaped every shot. But deep inside, one thought refused to leave him. If he could do this already, what would he become tomorrow? The forest was gone. He had run all night, faster than he thought possible. When his legs finally stopped, the sun was already rising, painting the sky with red and gold. His body should have been tired, but it wasn't. His breath was steady. His heart was calm. His skin still glowed faintly under the sunlight. For a moment, he almost believed it was over. Maybe the soldiers had lost him. Maybe the alien scientist's warning was only fear, not truth. But the moment he closed his eyes, the visions returned. Stars. Thousands of them. Strange lines connecting each one like maps drawn across the sky. He saw planets burning, ships breaking apart, and voices whispering in a language older than Earth itself. The words twisted in his mind until they became clear. You are the key. You are the lock. You are the weapon. He woke with a shout, clutching his head. His hands left glowing marks in the dirt. His body trembled. He could not escape it. Later that day, he found an old, abandoned cabin deep in the hills. The wood was broken, the windows cracked, but it was shelter. Inside, he sat on the floor, trying to calm his thoughts. But the cabin wasn't empty. On the table lay a small metal cube. It hummed faintly, glowing the same color as the lines in his skin. He didn't know why, but he felt it had been waiting for him. When he touched it, the cube opened like a flower. Inside was a crystal sphere floating in the air. The moment he looked into it, images filled his mind, clearer than before. He saw the alien scientist again in another lab, speaking to others of its kind. Their voices echoed, "The formula cannot be tested on humans. Their minds are unstable. If the weapon bonds with them, they will not control it. It will control them." Another voice replied, "Then it is perfect. No alien body can hold the secret. Only humans can. That makes them both the safest vault and the greatest danger." The young man dropped the sphere, his heart pounding. So, it was true. He wasn't just carrying energy. He wasn't just changing. He was holding something inside him, a secret so dangerous that aliens would kill worlds to keep it hidden. He stared at his glowing veins. Why me? But the crystal wasn't finished. It floated back into the air, spinning faster. Light spilled out, forming shapes, symbols, and maps. Slowly he realized what it was showing him. Coordinates, star systems, a hidden location. And then he understood. The formula inside him was not only a weapon, it was a key, a living key to unlock something hidden across the stars. The cabin door suddenly creaked. He spun around. A shadow moved outside. Then another. His body tensed, ready to fight. But it was not alien soldiers this time. It was humans. 2. Strangers stepped in wearing black uniforms and carrying strange devices. They looked shocked when they saw him. One of them whispered, "He's the one. Look at his skin." The other raised a device, scanning him. The screen flashed red symbols. It's true. The alien formula bonded with him. The young man stepped back. "Who are you?" The taller one replied. "We are not your enemy. We've been watching the sky for years. We knew something like this would happen. The aliens call it the Genesis Code. Now it's inside you." The words hit like ice. Genesis Code. A name for the thing inside him. The other man added, "If they capture you, they'll use you to open their weapon vault. Whole planets will burn. But if you control it, maybe Earth has a chance." The young man shook his head. "Control it? I can't even control my own body." As if to prove his words, his skin flared with light. Energy shot out from his palm, shattering the wooden wall of the cabin. The humans shielded their faces from the blast. The taller one looked at him with steady eyes. "That's why you need to understand what you're carrying. That cube. It isn't just a map. It's a guide. It will teach you how to use the power. But it will also test you." The cube pulsed as if agreeing. The young man felt cold sweat on his forehead. A guide? A test? He didn't want this. He didn't choose this. But the voices inside him whispered again, louder this time. "Unlock us. Free us. Become us." He clenched his fists, fighting against the whispers. "If I follow this, will it kill me?" The taller man answered honestly, "Maybe. Or maybe it will turn you into something not human. But one thing is certain. If you do nothing, the aliens will find you, and then the choice will not be yours anymore." Night fell once again. The young man stood outside the broken cabin, staring at the stars. His body glowed like a faint torch in the dark. In his hand, the cube floated, spinning slowly, humming with alien energy. He didn't know what lay ahead, but now he knew one thing. This was not only about survival, it was about discovery, about unlocking the dangerous secret inside him before someone else did, because somewhere out there, hidden in the stars, a weapon slept. And his body was the key. The forest no longer felt safe. By now, the young man understood one thing clearly. He was being hunted, not just by the alien scientist, not just by soldiers, but by forces far bigger than he could imagine. Everywhere he moved, the shadows seemed to follow. The cube hummed in his hand as he walked along a narrow mountain trail. It glowed faintly, guiding him toward something unseen. The humans in black uniforms had warned him. Aliens will come again, stronger, faster, and they will not stop until they have you. And now, he could feel it. The night air grew heavy. His glowing veins burned brighter, as if his body itself sensed danger. Every muscle in him tightened. His hearing stretched out, catching faint sounds beyond the trees, soft metallic steps like claws on stone. He wasn't alone. Then he saw them. Figures moved between the trees, tall and thin, their armor reflecting the moonlight. Their eyes glowed, red. They carried weapons, long spears that crackled with blue lightning. Their movements were silent, almost like shadows slipping through the night. Hunters. The young man's pulse quickened. His body wanted to run, but another part of him, darker, more dangerous, urged him to fight. The cube in his hand pulsed faster, reacting to their presence. Symbols flashed across its surface, warning him. "They're here for me," he whispered. Sharp hiss echoed through the forest. The hunters had locked on. Suddenly, the night exploded with blue light. Beams of energy ripped through the trees, cutting branches in half, burning holes into the ground. The young man jumped aside, his body moving faster than thought. His feet carried him down the mountain path with impossible speed. But the hunters were faster than he expected. They appeared ahead of him, blocking the trail. Their spears pointed straight at his chest. He raised his hands, fear rushing through him. But the fear only fed the power inside. His glowing veins flared brighter, and an invisible wave of energy burst from his body. The hunters staggered back. One of them crashed into a boulder, cracking its helmet. The young man gasped. He hadn't meant to do that. The power was wild, uncontrolled, but it had saved him. The leader of the hunters hissed, "The key has awakened. Do not kill, capture him alive. Alive, always alive." But why? He turned and ran again, this time deeper into the mountains. His breath was steady, his steps strong, but the hunters followed like shadows. Their movements were inhuman, their weapons cutting through the trees. He leaped over a river, landing on the other side with unnatural grace. But as he turned, one hunter was already there. Its spear pierced forward. Instinct took over. He grabbed the shaft with his bare hand. The spear crackled with energy, but instead of burning him, the power rushed into his veins. His body drank it, feeding the glow under his skin. With a cry, he snapped the spear in half, the shards melting in his grip. The hunter stepped back, fear flashing in its red eyes. The young man realized something chilling. His body wasn't just resisting their weapons. It was absorbing them. The cube pulsed harder, as if agreeing. The weapon grows stronger. The hunt stretched into the night. The man ran across ridges, through rivers, into caves. Everywhere he went, the hunters followed. He was no longer just escaping. He was being tested, pushed, cornered. At last, he stumbled into a clearing. The moon lit the area with silver light. The hunters surrounded him in a wide circle, their red eyes glowing in the dark. The leader stepped forward, speaking in a deep hiss. "You carry the Genesis code. You are not ready. Give it to us or your world dies." The young man shook his head. "I don't even know what it is, but I know this. If you want it, then I can't let you have it." The leader raised its spear. "Then you are our enemy." The circle tightened. The man's body trembled, not with fear but with power. His skin blazed like molten gold. His heartbeat shook the ground. The cube in his hand cracked open, releasing streams of light that wrapped around his arms like armor. For the first time, he didn't run. He stood his ground. When the hunters charged, he moved faster than lightning. His fists exploded with energy, shattering spears, throwing bodies into the trees. His roar echoed through the forest, a sound more alien than human. One by one, the hunters fell. The clearing burned with golden fire. When it was over, silence returned. The ground was scorched, trees broken, and the hunters lay unconscious, or worse. The young man stood in the middle, chest heaving, eyes glowing like twin suns. He looked at his hands, trembling. "What am I becoming?" But the hunt wasn't finished. Above the trees, a shadow blocked the moonlight. A ship hovered silently, massive and dark. Its light swept across the forest, locking onto him. The cube whispered in his mind for the first time, its voice sharp and urgent. "Run. They are not hunters. They are harvesters." The man froze. If hunters were this deadly, then what were harvesters? His heart pounded. His body glowed brighter. He realized the truth. This was only the beginning of the hunt. The real danger had just arrived. The sky was burning with light. The giant ship hovered above the forest, its shadow swallowing the land. Beams of blue energy swept across the trees, scanning, searching. The young man's glowing veins pulsed, harder, as if the ship itself called to the thing inside him. He clutched the cube in his hand. It vibrated wildly, as if afraid. Its voice entered his mind again, soft but urgent. "The harvesters do not capture. They consume. If they take you, you will never return." His chest tightened. Hunters had been terrifying, but harvesters? He could not imagine what they were. Then the ship opened. A massive beam of light fell from its belly, tearing through the forest like a sword. The ground shook, trees splintered, and in the middle of that light stood tall figures of metal. Their bodies glowed with red cores, their arms shifting into weapons. Unlike hunters, these creatures were not alive. They were machines, and they were built for one purpose: harvest. The young man ran. His body moved like lightning again, but this time the machines moved faster. Their legs were like steel blades, cutting into the ground, their arms firing beams of red fire. Explosions shook the mountain. He dodged, leaped and rolled, but the blasts kept coming. One beam grazed his arm, burning deep into his skin. Yet instead of blood, glowing golden liquid poured out. His veins pulsed, sealing the wound. Shut, he froze. His body was no longer human. Another blast hit him full in the chest, throwing him into the ground. Dirt and rocks sprayed everywhere. The machines closed in, red eyes flashing. But when the smoke cleared, he stood again. His skin shimmered, hard, like armor. His eyes blazed brighter than ever. Energy surged inside him, stronger than before, wild and unstoppable. He whispered, almost afraid of himself, "I didn't die." The cube's voice returned. "The transformation has begun. The code is claiming you, the machine's charged." This time he didn't run. His body moved on instinct. He raised his hands and light burst out, golden and violent. It shot forward in a wide wave, smashing into the machines. Metal bodies cracked apart, cores shattered, and fire spread through the clearing. He gasped, staring at his own hands. His power was no longer wild bursts. It was shaping itself, obeying him. Another machine lunged. He didn't think. His arm transformed, the skin glowing, stretching into a blade of light. He swung, slicing the machine in half. He stumbled back in shock. His body had changed shape. Not just glowing veins, true transformation. The whispers inside him grew louder. Hungry. Yes, more. Use us. Become us. He dropped to his knees, clutching his head. "No, I'm still human. I'm still me." But the whispers only laughed. The harvesters did not stop. More poured from the ship, dozens of them, each taller and stronger than the last. Their red cores pulsed like beating hearts. He stood, breathing hard. His golden light flared brighter, spreading across his body like living armor. His legs sharpened with energy, making each step stronger, faster. His arms pulsed, ready to transform again. For the first time, he didn't just feel fear. He felt power. A dangerous power that made him smile even as more enemies came. "Maybe I can fight you all," he whispered. He leaped into the air higher than any human could. His body crashed into the machines like a storm, tearing through them with blinding speed. Blades of light formed and vanished with each strike. Explosions shook the mountain, lighting the night sky with fire. But each time he used the power, something inside him shifted. His heartbeat no longer sounded human. His reflection in broken metal showed not a man, but a glowing figure, half alien, half machine. The cube spoke again. "Every use changes you. The Genesis code is not just inside you, it is rewriting you. One day, you will not recognize yourself." He stopped, chest heaving. Around him lay burning wrecks of harvesters. Smoke rose into the air. He had destroyed them all, but his body still trembled with energy, begging for more. The ship above hummed louder. A new sound filled the air, low, heavy, like a drumbeat. The trees shook. The ground split. The cube whispered, "The Harvester Prime is coming." His stomach turned cold. From the beam of light descended a machine larger than any he had seen. Its body was a mountain of steel, its red core burning like a sun. Its arms split into cannons that hummed with deadly energy. He had fought hunters. He had fought machines. But this was something else. The Prime's voice boomed, metallic, and final. "The key must be harvested. Resistance is waste." The young man stood tall, glowing like a golden flame. His voice was steady, even as fear tried to break him. "If you want the code, you'll have to take it from me." The Prime charged. The battle shook the mountain. Golden fire clashed with red energy. Light split the sky. The young man fought harder than ever, his body transforming more with each strike. His arms became blades, his skin armor, his speed beyond thought. But every moment he felt the human part of him slipping. His reflection in the Prime's red eyes was not a man. It was something new. Something dangerous. At last, he drove his glowing arm through the Prime's core. The giant machine screamed, exploding into fire. The ship above cracked and fell back into the sky, retreating. Silence returned. He stood alone in the burning forest, his body glowing like a living star. But when he looked at his hands, they no longer looked human. He whispered to himself, voice breaking, "What am I turning into?" The cube answered, cold and certain, "You are becoming the weapon. And soon, you must decide who will use you." The flame still burned across the forest, smoke curling into the night sky. The Harvester Prime was gone, reduced to broken metal, but the young man did not feel like a victor. He stood in the silence, his golden body glowing faintly. His reflection in the firelight no longer looked human. His face, his arms, his very skin shimmered with alien lines. He whispered, almost afraid of the sound of his own voice, "I'm changing too fast." The cube floated before him, its voice calm and cold. "The Genesis Code has chosen you, but its hunger will not stop. Every use takes a piece of you. Soon, you will not be human at all." He clenched his fists, his chest heavy. "Then tell me how to stop it." For the first time, the cube hesitated. "You cannot stop it. You can only decide how to use it." The ground rumbled behind him. A shape emerged from the smoke. The alien scientist, the same one who had injected him, limped forward. Its silver skin was cracked, its black eyes tired. The young man's body tensed. He raised his glowing arm, ready to strike. The alien held up its long fingers in peace. "Listen before you kill me. You do not understand what you carry." His voice shook with anger. "You did this to me. You made me into this." The alien lowered its head. "Yes. And for that, I should be ended. But hear the truth before you decide." The cube pulsed, as if watching. The alien spoke slowly. "The Genesis Code was created as a weapon, yes, but not to destroy armies. Not only. It was meant to destroy civilizations. One carrier, one host could wipe out entire worlds. No alien body could survive the formula. They all burned. Only humans could hold it." The young man's breath caught. "Why humans?" The alien's black eyes softened, almost like sorrow. "Because your species is unstable, fragile, emotional, unpredictable. Where we are controlled, you are chaos. The code thrives in chaos. That is why it bonded to you. That is why only you can control it." The man shook his head. His chest felt like fire. "You mean, I'm the only one in the universe who can carry this thing?" The alien nodded. "Yes, that makes you the most dangerous being alive." The cube confirmed with a whisper, "He speaks truth." The man dropped to his knees, clutching his head. "I never asked for this. I never wanted this." The alien stepped closer. "Choice rarely asks, but you still have one. Use the code, and Earth will rise as the most powerful world in the galaxy. Or destroy it, and your planet will remain safe, but weak." The words tore into him. His heart raced. The whispers inside him grew louder, darker. "Power is survival. Power is destiny. Take it, use it, rule," he screamed, pressing his glowing hands against his ears. "Shut up." The alien did not move. "The code will not stop whispering. It was designed to tempt you, that is its trap. Every host before you failed. They all became the weapon. They all lost themselves." The man stared at the ground, sweat dripping from his face. "So I'm supposed to be next?" The alien leaned closer. "Or you can be the first to resist it." The cube floated higher, its voice sharper. "Your moment has come. Choose. Will you embrace the code and reshape the galaxy? Or reject it and save your humanity?" The young man rose slowly to his feet. His eyes glowed brighter than before, golden fire spilling from them. His voice trembled, torn between rage and fear. "If I use it, I could protect Earth from every alien that wants to hunt us. No one could touch us, no one could hurt us again." The alien nodded. "Yes, you would be Earth's shield, but also its master. Do not lie to yourself. The power will not let you stay human. His voice broke. And if I destroy it? The alien's tone was low. Then you die. The code dies with you. Your people remain free but powerless. The choice cut into him like a blade. Save himself and gain power beyond imagining, or give up everything, even his life, to protect Earth from becoming the center of a galactic war. His fists shook. His glowing veins pulsed faster. The whispers screamed inside his skull, urging him to accept them, to release them, to become the weapon. He screamed back, his voice echoing into the night. I am still human. The forest shook. The cube's glow dimmed, as if the code itself was stunned. The alien scientist stared at him, silent. Then it spoke, softer than ever. If you are truly human, then prove it. Choose what no other being has chosen. The young man closed his eyes. In that moment, he saw everything. The wars, the planets, the power he could hold, the fear he could erase. But he also saw Earth, his friends, his family, his life before all of this. And for the first time, he realized what made humans different. Not power, not strength, but the ability to choose against desire. He opened his eyes, golden fire burning in them. I know what I have to do. The cube pulsed one last time. Then the end begins. The forest burned in silence. Smoke rose into. The night and the stars above seemed colder than ever. The young man stood with his glowing body trembling, the cube spinning above his palm. His choice had been made, though the weight of it pressed like iron on his chest. I will not be your weapon, he whispered. Not for the aliens, not for Earth, not for anyone. But the Genesis code inside him screamed, we are power. We are destiny. You cannot reject us. His veins flared, golden light flooding his skin until he shone like a sun trapped inside human flesh. His body shook violently. It was as if two beings now fought for control, the human who wanted freedom, and the code that demanded release. The alien scientist stepped back, shielding its black eyes. If you resist it now, you may burn, you may die. The man's voice grew louder, echoing through the flames. Then I'll burn as human, not as a monster. Above, the sky split open. More ships appeared, dozens of them, their lights cutting through the smoke. Alien armies had arrived, hunters, harvesters, and commanders, all drawn by the code's awakening. They surrounded the mountain like wolves circling prey. The cube's voice whispered in his mind, colder than ever. See? They come because of you. If you do not use us, they will destroy your planet. The choice was always an illusion. The man clenched his fists. His heart raced. The temptation was strong. Unleash the code, burn them all, and become untouchable. But he remembered the alien's warning. Every host before him had fallen. Every one had chosen power. None had stayed human. Not him. He raised the cube high. If you want this secret, then watch it die with me. The cube screamed in his head. Fool, if you kill us, you kill yourself. He smiled through the pain. Then I guess I win. The alien armies descended. Energy blasts lit the night sky. The ground shook under their weapons. Ships fired beams that carved the forest apart. The young man stood in the center of the chaos, his glowing body blazing brighter and brighter. The code inside him fought wildly, burning his blood, tearing at his flesh, but he held it tight, refusing to release its power. Instead, he turned inward. He pushed the energy deeper, forcing it to collapse on itself. His skin cracked with light, his bones hummed, his heart thundered like a war drum. The alien scientist cried out. You're compressing it, you'll explode, the man shouted back, voice breaking. Better me than the universe. The cube cracked, screaming in 1,000 voices. You cannot kill us. We are eternal. We are. But its words drowned in fire. The young man roared, pushing all the energy into a single point inside his chest. His body became pure light, a star bursting, open. The explosion shook the mountain. A wave of golden fire swept outward, swallowing hunters, harvesters, and ships. Alien weapons shattered like glass. Metal bodies melted into ash. The sky itself glowed as if dawn had come too early. The forest was erased, the mountain cracked, the ships vanished in the blast, and then, silence. When the light faded, the land was scorched and broken. Smoke drifted through the ruins. No alien remained, no machine stood, only emptiness. At the center of the crater lay the young man. His body no longer glowed. His skin was pale, cracked with faint golden lines. He barely breathed. The code was gone. The cube was shattered into dust. The alien scientist limped forward, kneeling beside him. It studied the weak human, its endless, eyes reflecting something strange. Respect. You did what no other being has done, it whispered. You killed the code. You chose your humanity over power. You are remarkable. The man coughed weakly, his voice faint. Am I free? The alien tilted its head. For now. But secrets like the Genesis code are never truly destroyed. They always leave something behind. The man closed his eyes, too tired to answer. His chest rose and fell slowly like fading embers. The night grew quiet again. Stars filled the sky. From a distance, Earth looked untouched, peaceful, safe. But in the shadows of space, far beyond the ruined forest, a fragment of golden light drifted. Tiny, almost invisible. It pulsed once. Alive. A whisper echoed across the stars. This is only the beginning.